Hello, and welcome to Paddling Places, Florida. I'm Mr. D, kayaking wildlife photographer. Let's get this thing in the water.
Now a word from our fantastic sponsor.
Advanced Elements is the leader in design and manufacturing of inflatable kayaks with cutting-edge technology and providing excellent customer service. All of their products are designed to give paddlers the tools they need at a value they deserve. Check them out at advancedelements.com or call toll-free at 866-262-9076. And welcome to Paddling Places, Florida. Hey, I'm your host, Mr. D. Unfortunately, you don't see a kayak down here this morning, and there's a reason for that. Because of all the rains up in Alabama and Georgia and all this kind of stuff has really raised the water levels here and has increased the current ridiculous. And I have to, in this case, discretion is the better part of valor. I've decided that I'm not going to kayak this today. I am going to give you some shots of Fanning Springs State Park and stuff like that. This will be the first time of all the reviews where I don't physically get in the water and kayak around. But that happens. You never know what you're going to run into out here when you're doing these kayaks. I'm on day 6 of my Panhandle tour, and I'm on the back end now and getting ready to go back into Davenport and home base and process the 4 kayaking locations that I kayaked over the last 5 days, and this one where unfortunately I'm not going to kayak it. It's just not safe, guys. Looking at the water out here, it's probably running 5 miles an hour. Average kayak speed is 3.8, so what's that going to tell you? I'm going backwards if I stop. So it's smart for me not to do this, so that's what I'm going to do. So hey, we're going to get some shots here, and we'll see what's going on. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Hey guys, I'm out here on the end of the boardwalk here at Fanning Springs State Park, right along the banks of the Swanee River. And you've seen some film that I shot here a little bit ago, or some footage that's showing you the current and stuff like that. And it's really it just wouldn't be fun to kayak. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it just would not be. But for you hardcore kayakers, hey, come on out here. But for me, I think safety first, and being I'm by myself and I got nobody out there, if I got in trouble out here, I'd be all done. So, you know, if you're going to come out here, I would call ahead first, find out what the water condition is and find out what the current speed is, and then make your decision accordingly. But either or, it really doesn't matter what you want to do. It's a beautiful place. If you paddle, great. If you don't paddle, hey, it's a great place. You got this fantastic boardwalk. You got good scenery. This is a very, very small park, but it has some real nice boardwalk area where you can walk around and explore and see things like that. The Swanee itself is really wide, and the current speed. I'm watching water boils over here right now that are would just rip you up as far as if you were paddling upstream against that to get back in here. So as I always say, if you're going to paddle in a current laden river, always paddle upstream first, unless you have a shuttle service. Then man, go for it. If I had a shuttle service here and was going to pick me up downstream on the Swanee somewhere, I'd be in this water going down. There'd be no doubt in my military mind. But being that I'm by myself and I have no shuttle service availability, I'm not getting on this water because the current is just too strong. And I'd maybe last a half a mile, maybe get to the bridge up there, and that'd be it. And that's just not fun. It takes me longer to set the kayak up than it would be the time I'd be on the water. So anyway, hey, we're going to continue this. I hope this is informational for you. Again, this is the first time I've ever done a review without being on the water. So I'm kind of stumbling a little bit. So hey, bear with me, and we'll be back in a little bit. Well, hey guys, we're out here on the boardwalk. And this boardwalk goes a long way. It wraps around, does all this kind of crazy stuff like that. And you can walk out to the end. It's got a covered area and check out all the nature in the water and stuff like that. Unfortunately, like I said, I won't be kayaking this today because of the recent storms up in Alabama and Georgia has dumped into the Swanee and turned this thing into a real nightmare to paddle. For you beginner kayakers, I would definitely not recommend the Swanee River anyway as your first kayaking venue, as the current is always up and it's going to test you. And if it's your first time on the water, I recommend something a lot more calmer than the Swanee River. And especially like now, it's crazy out there. So I'm not even going to kayak, and I'm an experienced kayaker, and I'm not going to put in today. So hey, we're going to continue on and get some shots of this here so you can at least get an idea of the facility if you do decide to come down. So hey, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Well, if you look right here, guys, this is what they were telling me about. They had flooding problems here. This is the trail to the boat ramp, and as you can see, it's flooded over. They got it coned off, and it takes you out to a area, and they've actually got it all blocked off. Floats and stuff, they've shut this whole section down. And again, this is because of all the bad rains and everything that came from Alabama and Georgia, and in Florida too, up in the panhandle here, that flowed into the Swanee and now has taken on a lot of water. And they actually call it a brownout also, with the all the silt and dirt and stuff coming along with that in the rainstorm. So, and it's not really good right now to come down and paddle the Swanee right now. I was talking to a lady a few minutes ago. She said she was out on a power boat, and that wasn't even fun. Fishing, I mean, there's nobody on the water. I can understand why, and they even have a advisory up saying that not to go on this water, small craft advisories and stuff like that. So, hey, I kind of picked the wrong time to come up here, I guess. I don't know. So, hey, we'll be back in a little bit. Hey, guys, that kind of wraps it up here at Fanning Springs State Park. Unfortunately, again, I apologize. I did not get out on the water today. The advisories and the gate warnings and all that stuff, and my actual looking at the conditions out there was not conducive to safe paddling. So I decided not to go out, but I did want to get a review done of the area. My only cautions are, before you decide you want to paddle this, number one, this is the Swanee. It always has a pretty strong current. It is exceptionally strong right now. So always call ahead first, find out the conditions before you make a decision. So hey, we'll see you on the next one.
Okay.